Here is a Did You Know on the ATL R&B group, Jagged Edge.
Don't play with it, don't be dishonest. Still not understanding.
Did you know the twins Brandon and Brian mom was a jazz and gospel singer? And that's what influenced their hunger for music. Did you know the member Kyle directed a youth choir when he was young? He bribed the twins to join in the choir, and after spending much time together, they formed their own little group. The next couple of years, their fourth member joined. Did you know the R&B pop group New Edition first discovered Jagged Edge? They had sing to one of the members named Michael. After hearing the group, he was blown away and offered them a deal right on the spot. Unfortunately, they was let go due to too much stuff going on in Michael's personal life. Did you know they was then noticed by Candy from the R&B group Escape? She had went to school with one of the members named Richard. They gave her a demo tape and she loved it. She passed it to the record producer, Jermaine Dupri. He took a liking to them also and immediately signed them, with Candy being their manager. Did you know Jermaine Dupri was shaping them to be the boy version of Escape? Did you know Candy and Brandon began dating? Their relationship became very, very serious, so much so that they had moved in together. Did you know the song Gotta Be was written about Candy and Brandon's relationship? Listen, this song had hit the charts and still a hit to this day. Did you know in the original video, Got to Be, Beyonce was only 16 years old in that music video? She was so cute. After a while, the group started to fall apart when alcohol and drugs started to come into play. The R&B group was getting charged with DUIs and all types of stuff. 2 years later, after the group seemed like it was just coming to an end, they came out with a banger. They dropped the album J.E. Heartbreak. This album went double platinum due to the songs He Can't Love You and Let's Get Married. Oh, please don't forget Promise. Speaking of the song Promise, did you know the band member Brandon wrote that song to his then girlfriend Lativia from Destiny Child?
That's one of the best love songs in the world.
It is.
What's tea?
Well, it was during a time, I know y'all heard about when they talk about all the time, oh, we got kicked off the bus.
Oh, you and LaToya was allegedly kicked off the bus.
Well, they tried to kick LaToya and her mom off the bus.
Oh.
And so Jagged stood up for them. And during that time, my mom was a chaperone. So Brandon at the time was my boyfriend. And then I'm all torn in between the two. So I'm up in the lobby crying. And then we got to go. But my mom took my cell phone. Like, I couldn't talk to Brandon or anything. And they went in the studio and LaToya's calling me in my grandmother's house. She's like, girl, I'm crying. He wrote a song about you, girl. You got to hear it. And then I heard it and yeah.
And speaking of Destiny Child, did you know Beyonce daddy was out here being messy, just doing some hateful-ish to the group Jagged Edge?
The Casey brothers had struck up romances with Destiny's Child's members Latavia Roberson and LaToya Luckett, to the displeasure, they say, of Destiny's Child's manager, Matthew Knowles.
I started dating Brandon, and we were kind of trying to hide it because we knew that people weren't receptive of it.
Matthew was used to running that operation lock, stock, and barrel. As they started becoming adults, I just remember telling them girls, I wish I could see this for the experience it is without all of the controllers.
And lo and behold, we started getting feedback that two of the girls of Destiny Child was being entertained by a couple of members of Jagged Edge, to the point that the influence was felt, at least from Destiny Child's management, to be bigger than he wanted.
While on tour together, it all came to a head.
We were somewhere in Louisiana, and LaToya's mother, Miss Pam, we called her, was gonna ride on the bus with us. And our management was like, if Pam gets on that bus, then y'all are gonna lose your job.
We were like, hell no, like, you're not gonna kick somebody's mother off a bus, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, no.
Jagged Edge stood up for Miss Pam because it's wrong. You can't just leave this girl's mother.
We were asked to leave. We got kicked off the bus. He ended up kicking us off and the mom.
We were real people, and he didn't like that. And I think it was as simple as that.
It was a big thing. And then, of course, you know, not long thereafter, there were new members being introduced to Destiny's Child.
In 2019, Matthew Knowles spoke about the whole situation on Vlad TV. He technically said he kicked him out due to the group harassing Beyonce and Kelly. A lot of people disagree with that because it seemed like the two groups was getting along just fine. Did you know the song Where the Party At was their highest charting single? Their last hit was in 2006, and it seemed like ever since then they've been trying to chase after a hit, but it just wasn't hitting. They came out with the album J.E. Heartbreak 2, but yeah, the album didn't do too good. Kyle didn't do the group any favors by getting charged with aggravated assault in 2015 on his wife. This man brutally beat this woman and threatened to end her life. She had unfortunately gotten back with him, but later again broke up with him due to his abuse towards their son this time, and I guess it took the cake right there. In May 2020, they was in a versus battle with 112. They had unfortunately lost to 112. A lot of fans was blaming it on the horrible audio and connection they had. Yeah, I agree because Houseway. 2 months later, they dropped the album called Jagged Love Story. In 2021, the group came out with a podcast called The Views from the Edge. They had dropped a recent album in 2022. They are now doing concert tours, fulfilling our needs for some good R&B music. Let's give these guys the well-earned respect that they deserve. Some of you 2000s babies wouldn't even be born if it wasn't for them. So give them their flowers, please.